Hey dude, thanks for inviting me over to pizza night. Hey, where is the pizza?
I burned it. All of it.
No way, dude, the recipe was clear with the timing and the temperature. A kid could do it. Whoa, hey, you did that on purpose!
You should have seen it go up. It was something. I mean, this doesn't make us even, because after all, you came to my house, which you know you don't fucking do!
Dude, I just wanted a cup of sugar. Here's the review. What's up and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars, where today I'll be talking about a brand new film that's going to be hitting theaters on Friday, March 26th. It's Nobody. Nobody stars Bob Odenkirk as an unassuming, everyday schmuck experiencing routine life with the rest of us. That is, until robbers break into his house and something inside of him snaps, sending him back into a life that he thought he left behind. But once he starts, he cannot stop, especially when he accidentally hurts the son of a Russian gangster. Nobody is a film that I hadn't heard about until somewhat recently when a trailer popped up, but once I saw that trailer, I knew I had to watch the movie. The marketing to this film definitely gave me John Wick vibes, both in the action you see in the trailers and with a poster with the main character's face surrounded by, hands. I wasn't sure what the rest of the movie would entail, but thankfully, Universal Pictures sent me a screener to let y'all know if the film's worth it or not. As a general feeling, I definitely enjoyed the movie. While it did have these things here and there that reminded me of John Wick, the story was mostly standalone, and one that I feel fits perfectly as a Bob Odenkirk role. I feel like I've been waiting a really long time for Bob to step out from the supporting roles in film and step into the limelight as the hero. And after his success as Saul from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, I knew it was bound to happen, and Nobody is perfect for his resume. This film is definitely a high-octane and adrenaline-fueled action film directed by Ilya Naishuller. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that. I know him as the guy that also made Hardcore Henry, which is also a pretty crazy action film. Though that movie's definitely crazier than this, which I feel is much more grounded. The fight scenes in this movie feel real and visceral. Bob's character Hutch doesn't feel invulnerable as many action heroes would feel like in a movie like this. He gets hurt. A lot. He gets the upper hand, the bad guys get the upper hand. He gets hit hard, stabbed, thrown out a window. Trust me when I say he gets a beating. But he can also take a beating and still end up standing at the end of the day. This movie is in part a mystery because there's something going on. He has a history of being a nobody. You don't exactly know what that history is until further on in the film, and then you're like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I also want to mention Christopher Lloyd and RZA in this film as Hutch's father and brother, both of which also have questionable histories, and they're brilliant. You've never seen Christopher Lloyd like this, and by the way, good for him. He's 82 years old. RZA has had similar roles in the past, and I've never really loved him, but he did do a great job here, and all these guys had really good chemistry with one another. This entire movie was simply put a lot of fun. It also did a really great job stitching together these scenes. The editing in both the action scenes and the routine life stuff is really well done, especially when it's combined with the classic ballad music, which was just, icing on top of a cake, making this film feel relatively unique. As for negatives, well, I can't really say that I have a lot to mention here other than maybe originality. Obviously, John Wick comes to mind, but really any other high-octane action film has the chance of floating into your brain while you watch this movie, like, for instance, Taken or something. Because sometimes action movies are like this. Same thing with the bad guys. There's like one somewhat decent villain, but the rest are essentially bogeys for our hero to take down. You don't care about them. You don't care who they are or how they differ from one another or if they have families or something. You don't care. You only want to see Bob Odenkirk take them down some way, and you will. Let's go ahead and break down my final score from an unbiased tactical level. This film is actually pretty good. I briefly mentioned the editing of the film. That and the music is among the first few things that you'll notice when you watch the movie as a whole. It will stand out. It's also a really well shot film as far as action movies go. That's often one of the trickier things to get right when it comes to action, but they did pretty well here. Bob Odenkirk fits the role like a glove, and I thought he did so good that I'd love to see if they actually made this into a series or something. And obviously, the fight choreography, it's really well done. My unbiased score is 84%. My biased score, or how I felt about the film overall, was a bit higher just because, like I said, I had fun with the movie. No, it's not a perfect film that'll be winning all these different awards, but it does have an identity, and I love seeing Bob Odenkirk in this role. My biased score is 92%. When we combine the two scores together, we come to the final rating of 88%, 88 out of 100 possible stars, or a letter grade of B+, and it's currently standing in first place for my 2021 movie reviews. I have it tied with Raya and the Last Dragon, but my bias score was slightly higher here, which is what I consider to be a tiebreaker. Guys, let me know if you're looking forward to seeing Nobody when it comes to theaters on Friday, or if you have seen it, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments section down below. And as for YouTube, you guys know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button, and bell to be notified when I come out with my next review. And until then, peace out.
Dave examines movies we just watch for fun. Davey is the expert. He is the #1 critic that I go to when I need a movie pick. Thanks for joining up with us.